Hello, this is our how to play cribbage, and this is on cardgames.io/cribbage. I love this site for fun card games. Definitely come here. All right, so the basic rules for cribbage are as follows. In this one, it actually scores for you, which is really nice. But you start out being able to deal first is a huge advantage. So they draw cards to see who deals first, and Bill wins all the time because he's a cheater and I hate him. All right, so let's go ahead and start actually playing cribbage. What happens is you're given six cards, I'm sorry, here, and two of them are going to the crib. So the crib is a separate pile that's basically Bill's second hand for this game. So what you're trying to do is gain cards that will get you points in one of like 3 or 4 different ways. If they are a sequence of numbers, as you see here, 7, 8, 9, that's a powerful sequence. That's worth 3 points. Also, numbers that add up to 15 are worth 2 points for each of those. So 7 and 8 together are worth 15. Also, if I had a 5 in here, then it would be 5 and the queen, 5 and the king, because all royalty, like any face cards, 10, jack, queen, king are all worth 10. So your goal is to try and keep the cards that add up to 15 that are runs or 3 in a row that are at least 3 in a row that are the same, or pairs. So with this hand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get rid of the 2 because it doesn't really help me much. And I'm going to get rid of, doesn't matter, I'll pick the king. One of those two I wanted to get rid of. So now we pick one card, and they do it by splitting the deck, and it happens to be a 10. That'll work out nicely for me because now I have 7, 8, 9, 10. This 10 is now part of both of our hands when we're counting score at the end. So I'm going to tell you briefly how we count score. So here it would go. At the end of this play time, we'll count score, and I will get 2 points for having those two add up to 15, and then I'll get 3, 4, 5, so 3 points for having those in order, so that'll be 5. But then I add this one on, so it's actually 6. So this hand is worth 6 points. 2 for the 15, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more for having them add together. All right. So at the end of this, the way this game works, it doesn't show that, so I wanted to show it while I've got my hand sitting in front of me. All right, let's go ahead and start. We start out by laying down alternating cards, and we are again trying to get pairs or 15, and it stops when we get close to 31. So he has a 7, and I laid the 7, he laid a 9. I'm going to put another 9 on there because that means I get a pair. 9 and 9 gives me a pair, so I get 2 points. He's able to get it up to 31. I can't play the cards, so he gets 2 points for getting it to exactly 31. Basically, the last person to put down a card gets 1 point, and if you put, just like I did there, I was the last person to get 1 point, but if it adds up to exactly 31, you get 2. All right. So at this point in the game, it's going to calculate the score automatically for us, but we can calculate the score. In other games, you have to calculate it yourself, otherwise you lose points. So I'm going to again show you kind of how to calculate using his hand here. He had a 9, 5, ace, and 5. That's a really strong hand, especially when a 10 is turned up. So that is the hand that we would look for Bill's. 9 plus ace, that's 9 and 1 is 10, so that would be those two plus this 5 is 15. Then 9, 10, 15 again. So that's 2 points for the first set of 15, 2 points for the second set of 15. Then we get this 10 combining with that 5, so that's another set of 15. This 10 combining with that 5 gives us another set of 15. So 15, 2, 15, 4, 15, 6, and 15, 8. Plus he has a pair, so that's 9, 10 points. All right, let's take a look. My hand, I got 6, the 6 I told you about. All right, 7 and 8 is 15, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 gave me 4 more. Bill's hand, he got 10 points. As we said, there were 4 different ways to add up to 15. He gets 2 points for each of those, and then he has a pair. Notice on this board, we're going to continue to go all the way around until one of us wins. Then we look at Bill's crib. That's the points he gets in addition because he gets a second hand because he drew a lower card at the beginning. So again, 10 and 10, that's one pair. And then you've got 10, 2, and 3. That's going to be 15, 2, 15, 4, and the pair, and another 10. Yeah. So 10, 3, and 2 is 15. 10, 3, and 2 is 15. King, 3, and 2 is 15, and then the pair. All right, so Bill's basically kicking my butt at this point. But I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of gameplay, how it works. I'm going to keep the 2, 3, queen. That's a tough one. Because 2 and 3 is 5, but I also have jack, queen, king, which is unfortunate. I have to, because that would be 15, 2, 15, 4. Instead I do 15. If I kept those 3, it's just worth 3. But if they drew a 5, it would be worth a lot. Now, in this hand, the crib goes to me. So what I can choose to do is to throw some things away that will help me, although there's nothing super helpful right now. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to take a risk and send both the 2 and the 3 into the crib, hoping that there's a 10 in there that I'll be able to take advantage of. It'll be 2, 4 versus 3. It's not that much of a difference. And then if a 10 or a king or any combination of these are flipped up, which they're not, oh boy. Okay. So he laid 9. I'm going to make that 19. Now it's up to 25. I can't play anything, so it just goes to him. All right, and then it's me, and I'm going to lay down all of these. Okay. So at the beginning, I got 1 point. He got 4 points here because he had a pair and he stopped it right there. I got 1 point because of that. So now we're going to do the calculating of scores. Wow, I really messed up there. Unfortunately, I didn't get, well, I guess the queen. Sort of helpful. All right, so you can see my cards, jack, queen, king. That's going to be my points. Bill, on the other hand, has super lot of ways to add up to 15 with this 6 in here. And he gets the 3 and 3, and also he gets a pair of 6s. So he had a ton in there. That's like an abnormally awesome hand. Me, however, I had my sequence of 3, and my crib is pretty terrible as well, with just 2 options of adding up to 15. So at this point, the cheater is way up here, and I'm way back there. I hate you, Bill. All right. Well, this hand I have a pair. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to keep the 5 and these 2. Because that would be 15-2 and 15-4. I have to get rid of something else. If I keep that pair, it doesn't really help me because I have to get rid of something. This might be a mistake to get rid of a pair there, but I don't have much of a choice. Let's split the deck and hope it's something good. It's an 8. Of course it's an 8 because I gave Bill an 8. All right, let's see what can happen here. He has a 10, so he gets a pair. If I put a 10 on top of that, I'd get more points. But I don't have another 10. So I'm just going to add it up to 31. That'll get me a couple points. Hopefully Bill has, ooh, yay, he had a jack that was worth 10, so I got 2 points for having 15. Oh, and he has an 8 and a 9 and a 10. So, okay, watch what this happens with Bill, our cheater. Because he has an 8, 9, 10 jack, he'll go 8, 9, 10 jack. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and a pair of 8s. So he's going to again have an amazing hand. And I gave him an 8, so he'll have a pair of 8s there. It's not going to be that much. But my hand is worth 4 points. His hand is worth 14 points, as I told you before. Just ridiculous. Oh, and a flush, because they're all the same suit. Nice. And he gets, like I said, for the crib, he just has 2. It's not normal for someone to be that far ahead. This is a really weird game where I'm losing so bad. All right, but you can kind of see the gameplay and how it works. You get points at the beginning and you get points at the end. Wow, I have a 1, 2, 3 here and a 9, 10 queen. I know I'm going to make a mistake. Whatever I do here is going to be wrong. If If I send these two into the crib, I have a potential of getting points, and these ones all add up to 15. So if I were to get any of those 4 cards in my deck, I would get a pair plus an added 15. So I'm going to go with that. Seems kind of weird because I could keep those two and those two, and that would be worth 2, 4. And then again, if any of them came up. But see what I'm saying? If I kept those two there, that's 5 and 10, 5 and 10. And then if it's a 2, 3, 10, or queen, or any other 10, I would get more points. I think I'll do it that way. Let's see. Please be one of these cards, and it's not. Well, this is good. That's a 9. So it's 19, 25, 28, 30. Okay, so he got 30 and I can't do anything else, so he gets 1 point. All right, and I get 1 point for being the last there. My crib is not great. All right, so Bill's hand, he had 3 ways to get 15 with 6s and 9s, and this 6 up here gave him a pair, because every card that's turned over is a pair for Bill, because he's a cheater. My crib was worth 4 points, and my hand was only worth 4 points. I don't know. This game is really not going well. Let's see. 3, 6, 8, 9, Jack, Queen. Wow. This is terrible. That hand is currently worth, unless I'm missing something, it's worth 0. There's no way to add up any of those numbers to be 15. And there's no pairs, runs, or anything. Wow. Okay, I guess. All right, so I'm going to pick 3 because it's farthest away from anything else. But 3 might be added to other things, so I may regret that later. Maybe 8 and 6? I really don't know what to do. Go ahead. At this point in the game, I don't think it matters that much. Oh, a 10, good. So keeping it made sense, I guess, because now I have 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and my hand's worth 10 points, so that's nice. I'm hoping he puts, oh, a Jack. I have a pair of those, wonderful. Yeah, I can't do anything when he gets up to 30. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to calculate scores, and I get 4 because that 10 showed up. I got 4 points. It was a 0-point hand. Bill actually got 0, and his crib was only worth 2. Oh my goodness. Finally. Okay, so now I have 4, 4, 5. If a 6 turned up, that would be fantastic. I do have a 5 and 2 10s, so that's also great. I think I'm going to send the pair of 4s into my crib. Yeah, because that'll be a pair in there. That gives me at least 2 points in my crib. 6. Okay. Well, that was a mistake, I guess, because I could have had 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. And 6 and 4 add up to 10, so that actually would have been a really good hand to have. That was pretty terrible, actually. Oh, I should have played the 5. My goodness, where's my brain? If I'd played the 5 there, I would have gotten 15 for 2. Oh, instead I get to do a pair for 2 and 30. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, notice there's a 4, 4. The 4 and 6 is 10, so that does add up to 15 in there. Bill got 8. I got 6 with those combinations. That was just bad luck that I got rid of the 4s. But the 4s ended up working out for me pretty well in here, giving me 4 points. If I'd put other cards in there might not have worked out. Ugh. That was... I'm just not concentrating. This is not working out well at all. All right, I have a 9, 10, Jack, Queen. So I'm going to keep that and hope that one of those numbers is drawn here. No. If it had been any of those drawn, then that would have been worth a lot of points. But it wasn't, so that didn't work out. Oh no, he has a 5 and a bunch of numbers over 5, so that's probably why it didn't get drawn, because he has them all. Oh boy. He's going to have a big point hand there. Look at that. 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, and then 10 Jack Queen. Wow. Me, I get 4. He gets 9. And his crib, he gets that pair. Okay. This game will be over here pretty quick. He's on the home stretch there. I have an 8, 8, 9, 5, and a king. I don't know what to do with this. I'll send the 5 and the king into the crib, because that's worth 15 points, and that'll be for me. So either way, it's good. And he draws a 2, which doesn't help me at all. This is really weird. Lots of low cards, and of course we drew a 2, which is totally going to help him. Because ace 2 3, ace 2 3, a pair of 2s. Yeah, Bill's hand's amazing because of this 2 that's in here. Ace 2 3, ace 2 3, ace 2 3, ace 2 3, because he had 2 aces, so he could recount them all. Mine, however, not so helpful. And my crib also not great. Oh my goodness, I thought maybe he would have finished it off there. All right, one more hand. It's a really long video. Showing the entire gameplay tends to be that way. I've got 4, 6, 8. I'm looking here for anything that might be helpful. 6 and 9 is 15, 8 and 7 is 15. I'm not seeing anything. I got another 0 hand. Fantastic. All right. Well, I've got the pair of kings, so I'm going to keep them. And then this will get rid of this so that Bill will draw 5, because those add up to 5. See? All right. That actually helps me, though, because it's 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to start out. I'm going to play this in hopes that he drops a 5 on it, because I know if this turned up as a 5, he probably has a 5. Oh, he doesn't. That's interesting. He had an ace, though. You get 31. Okay. Ooh, nice. 4 and 4. Okay, so he had 4 and ace. Yeah, he totally won the game. All right. So that's the game of cribbage. As you can see, Bill is just a cheater, and I hate him. But the basic rules, again, if you scroll down on this page, you see the rules there, the objectives, and all the parts of it. That's why I love this website so much. Again, website's cardgames.io/cribbage. And you can see all the games that you want on there. Really great instructions. Unfortunately, we have to play against Bill, but that's all right. It's not that bad. I sometimes beat Bill. Sometimes. All right. Hope that little tutorial was helpful for you. Have a great day.